All right, I'm Taylor Phillips, and welcome to a very special episode of the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast, live coverage of the Detroit Pistons in the 2002 NBA Draft. Once again, I'm Taylor Phillips, the creator and head host of the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast. Follow the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast on Twitter and Instagram at Michigan_truth, and like it on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube. Before we get started here, got some business shout outs to spread out. To Cali Tickets, call Mark Goldman at 877-225-8425. That's 877-225-8425. Or visit CaliTickets.com. Northern Star Event Rentals. Get a hold of Heather Krzyzewski at 231-884-8195 or like their Facebook page. They provide bounce houses, water slides, obstacle courses, large tents, and small tents. They are taking bookings for this summer season. And creative embroidery of Cadillac, of course. For my Michigan Sports Truth podcast imprinted t-shirt and long sleeve shirt embroidered by Creative Embroidery of Cadillac, Michigan. So, here we are. The draft has not started yet, but I will share my screen of NBA.com. The NBA draft is just about to get underway. Why don't I go ahead and go to NBA now? Okay, so I'm gonna turn my camera off right about now, and then share the screen. I will frequently There we go. Yeah, well, apologies for the technical difficulties. So, man, just StreamYard. It's the entire screen. There we go. Oh. Okay, so I'm trying to apologies for apologies for the technical difficulties. Um, Pick is in for the Orlando Magic. Finished with a record of 22 and 60. 22 and 60. Again, the pick is in. Looks like the commissioner is about to step up to the podium. Still over a minute left to pick, but there we go.
With the first pick in the 2022 NBA Draft, the Orlando Magic select Paolo Banchero.
Wow. Paolo Banchero from Duke was #1 overall to the Orlando Magic. You can see him hugging his family there. What a special moment. Personally, for Rhonda Smith. She played at Washington. He was practicing.
Played at Washington, 2021, 2022, second team All-American. First Duke player with 20 plus points and 10 plus in a Final Four game since 1989, when Danny Ferry completed that feat. 6'10", 250.
Combination of size at 6'2", 255 pounds, advanced skills and explosive power in this draft. Orlando clearly thinks that Paolo Banchero is the best player in this.
So there is the updated 2022 NBA Draft Board. Yep, Banchero goes #1.
He's standing by with our Monica Fitness. Hello, Rhonda.
All right. So Paolo Banchero, the forward from Duke, at 6'10", 250, goes #1 to the Orlando Magic. The Oklahoma City Thunder are next. Less than 3 minutes left. The Thunder are on the clock. Mike Krzyzewski speaking, wearing that USA basketball jacket. We got the Orlando Magic already made their #1 pick, Paolo Banchero. The Thunder are on the clock, and their pick is in, followed by the Houston Rockets, the Sacramento's, and our Detroitans. Then the Indiana Pacers. You can take a look at all the two. #5 and Pistons have picks 5 and 46 overall. All right. Pistons are right there in round 2. Pistons are right there, #5 in round 1. Jabari Smith Jr. on the screen of ESPN. That's Chet Holmgren, the forward from Gonzaga.
With the second pick in the 2022 NBA draft,
Number 2.
Oklahoma City Thunder select Chet Holmgren.
Chet Holmgren, the forward from Gonzaga, like I just mentioned. Spot Track has the draft contract information on their Twitter handle. Two comments. I got 2 comments here. There's Josette Kraft, hey there. And then Griffey, hey, awesome. This is live coverage of the Detroit Pistons in the 2022 NBA Draft. If there are any technical difficulties, we apologize for them. The Houston Rockets are on the clock. Less than 4.5 to go. Chet Holmgren just went to the Rockets at number 2. Jaden Ivey's number 2 best overall. There's Keegan Murray, from a forward from Iowa. Sharp, Daniels, Griffin. Any comments or banners? Shaden Sharp, Dyson Daniels, AJ Griffin, forwards and guards, Benedict Mathurin, Jalen Duren, Jalen Ivey is probably projected to go to the Sacramento Kings unless they go outside the box, or either that or choose another best player available. Jake Fisher. Jalen Duren is the Pistons. Detroit has held ongoing conversations to find a second lottery pick in tonight's NBA draft, sources said. From Jake L. Fisher on Twitter, from @JakeL Fisher on Twitter. Rival executives believe Memphis center Jalen Duren is the Pistons' primary target. Drew on Twitter @Drew_Strohs, number 7, replies, Gordon Hayward is a Detroit Piston. Well, we'll see about. Well, he might be. We'll see. Can't confirm it yet. I know most Pistons fans want DeAndre Ayton, but according to one of my co-hosts, Frank Mesner, DeAndre Ayton has too much between his quit on the Suns during the playoffs. Well, DeAndre Ayton is actually not a prospect. He's been in the NBA before. That's what I'm sensing. But anyway, follow the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast on Twitter and Instagram @Michigan_Truth. Like its Facebook page and subscribe to its YouTube channel. We are live on YouTube. Just YouTube for tonight. Jabari Smith It took the Houston Rockets quite some time. Jabari Smith Jr., the forward from Auburn, elite jump shooter, versatile defender, high motor. Elite jump shooter. Yep. The turnaround fadeaway. Top of the key, spins down the lane. Oh, he swatted that thing. That's Jabari Smith. Excellent defense. A versatile defender. Indeed. Jabari Smith is in line for a 2-year, $14.9 million contract with the Rockets, including 2 team options that max the deal at 4 years and $33 million. Houston's pending trade of Christian Wood to Dallas paves the way for Smith to step in right away. Sacramento Kings are on the clock. I'm going to read these tweets from Spotrac right now. At number 2 overall, Chet Holmgren will sign a 2-year, $16.6 million contract with the Thunder, including 2 club options that max the deal out at 4 years and $37 million. His $9.2 million average annual value makes him the 3rd highest average paid player on Oklahoma City, the Thunder, right now. And at number 1 overall, Paolo Banchero will sign a 2-year $22 points that max the deal out at 4 years and $49.4 million. So there's the updated draft. Sacramento Kings are on the clock, and the pick is in. Sources are telling me they select Keegan Murray. So the Pistons, I believe, are next in line to select Jaden Ivey. Interesting. And they said, and Paul Flannery tweets out, this isn't going to work out for the Kings. Of course not. Yeah, the commissioner has still yet to step into the podium. Yeah, who cares? I already gave it away. Kid Murray, looks like is a consensus first team All-American from this previous year, 2021-2022. Last season, 23.5 points, 7 rebounds per game, 40% shooting from three-point range. That's impressive. That is impressive three-point shooting by Keegan Murray on the Hawkeyes. Teammates with identical twin, 16.3 points per game increase from last season, largest by Big Ten player the last 24 years. Elite shooter, versatility, poise. And the Pistons are on the clock. Keegan Murray will have a 2-year, $16 million contract. Before I no, still over 3 minutes left on that clock. So yeah, sources are telling me that Jaden Ivey is at least likely headed to the Pistons. Yeah, Jane Ivey. Even Detroit, even Debt Sports Now is on top of it before the commissioner's announcement, Commissioner Adam Silver's announcement. There's Cade Cunningham, of course. Pistons, yep. Just waiting for that announcement from the commissioner now. Pistons are going to get Jane Ivey. Live coverage of the Detroit Pistons in the 2022 NBA Draft. Perimeter depth in the front court. Pick is still not in yet. A minute 16 winding down in that pick. But we're going to get, yep, now the pick is in. Pick is in, 30 seconds left. On the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel, please, and share its content. I don't know who that is bowing his head down, but here comes the commissioner.
With the fifth pick in the 2022 NBA Draft, the Detroit Pistons select Jaden Ivey of Purdue University.
Yeah, baby. The guard from Purdue is coming to Motown. Jaden Ivey.
Absolutely right. This is about the journey. This is the necessary sacrifices that you made to get to this point to have your name called. Well, and the first person that he hugged was his mother. And I just want to shed a little bit of light on their story. I was raised by his mom's dreams in the WNBA. She's now the head coach of the Notre Dame women's team. And he'll tell you they watch a lot of film together. They spend a lot of time together. She works with John Morant. John Morant.
This just in.
Look at her, making sure she captures every single moment of her son having his moment on the stage with the commissioner.
Come on. There we go. Pistons select Purdue guard Jaden Ivey at 5th overall.
This is what it's all about. This is what it is all about. Here are some of those moments where he's the second with his mom.
Of course, we're away to the Pistons.
That very few other players have. It's Ja Morant type speed and explosiveness with Wayne Wade type length. He's improved his shooting over the last year. Catch and shoot, he can get his own, and he's got deep range. He doesn't shoot a great percentage, but he can run off screens and makes good reads and cuts with great speed. And when he gets downhill, forget it. And we talked about his mom coaching Ja Morant.
Yes, sirree, Bob. Now, Detroit gives Cade Cunningham a new backcourt partner with Jaden Ivey at number 5 overall. They'll lock in a 2-year, $14.6 million contract, including 2 team options that max the deal out at 4 years and $32.5 million. Is Killian Hayes a trade asset now? We'll see. We'll see. 6'4", 6'4", tall, 200 pounds. Elite speed.
Is remarkable. In the open floor, he's fantastic. He can change speeds, but he's got a gear that very few other players have. It's Ja Morant type speed and explosiveness.
Start and stop explosiveness.
He's improved his shooting over the
Yeah, he's got
last year.
good tenacity
He can get his own.
on start and stop. Got good foot-eye coordination. Dribbling the basketball very well, of course. Compare him to the next Ja Morant. Oh, yeah. The Pistons need a Ja Morant caliber player. And they got it. Jaden Ivey, baby. Yes. Oh, nice move by Ja Morant. Yeah. Jaden Ivey is going to be that guy.
That's the thing I love about the kid, Ja Morant.
Compared to John Morant, I mean, look at him, his mom. I said it before, but I will say it again. She was an assistant.
So, yes, Jaden Ivey to the Pistons. So, hey, I need people's thought. Get them in right now. Live chat, comments, either spot, man. There it is, 6'4", 195 pounds. But hey. This was just live reaction. The Pistons' 5th overall pick of the 2022 NBA draft. Yes, the Pistons select Purdue guard Jaden Ivey at number 5 overall. And Benedict Mathurin, of course, goes to the Pacers at 6 overall. But that's going to do it. This has been a very special edition, very special episode of the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast. Live coverage of the 2022 NBA Draft with the Detroit Pistons. I'm Taylor Phillips. Thanks for joining us. Thanks to everybody who watched live and archived later on. Follow the Michigan Sports Truth podcast on Twitter and Instagram at Michigan_Truth, and like it on Facebook and subscribe to its YouTube channel. Shout out to Cali Tickets. Call Mark Goldman at 877-225-8425 or visit CaliTickets.com. That's 877-225-8425 or CaliTickets.com. Northern Star Event Rentals. Get a hold of Heather Krajewski in Cadillac at 231-884-8195 to add either a bounce house, water slide, obstacle course, or tent to your open house, wedding, or anything, any event that you hold, any public event that you hold, because they're taking bookings for the season. Also, Creative Embroidery of Cadillac for designing my Michigan Sports Truth t-shirt and long sleeve shirt. Again, the Pistons select Purdue guard Jaden Ivey at 5th overall. Find us on social media, again, on Twitter and Instagram at Michigan_Truth, and like it on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube. Hit them with a hind. Stay out of trouble.